All right, so for writing today, we are going to begin our week 3 of personal narratives. That is starting, selecting, and completing our drafts. So over the past 2 weeks, you have been writing drafts of personal narratives. What have you learned about personal narratives compared to other kinds of writing? Maybe you said that personal narratives are written from a true experience in the author's life. Maybe you said that personal narratives offer sensory details that help draw the reader into the story. Maybe you said what we talked about last week, which was the author taught or learned a lesson from the event that happened to them. Those are all parts of personal narrative that we're going to be working on including in our stories. And maybe we have some of those in our stories already, or maybe those are things that we're going to work on during the revision stage. So each student is going to select one of his or her drafts, and begin to develop it for publication. You will revise it, make it clearer and more interesting, proofread it for correctness, and publish it and contribute it to a classroom book. Today, you will read all the personal narrative drafts that you have written so far, and everybody's going to select one to develop into a class book. Drafts that you select do not have to be complete already. In fact, they probably won't be. But this is the day that you will spend completing your draft, finishing it up, so that it will be all ready for us to work on revisions tomorrow. They should be stories that you feel are long enough and have enough information so that you could add sensory details if you haven't already, or elaborate on lessons, or give and paint a very explicit picture of what happened in the story. As you are looking through your drafts, you might want to look for stories that you're really interested in or that you have strong feelings about to choose for the piece that you want to take into publication. Stories that you learned something, or maybe stories that are unique so that they don't sound like everybody else's story. So at this point, you're going to take out your readers, writers, ELA notebooks where you have your drafts, and you're going to read each of your drafts now. You're going to choose the draft that you want to take into publication based on those reasons we just talked about. And if the draft is not done, then it is your time to complete the draft right now. If it is done, then you can start thinking about what you can do to change, add to, or improve upon the draft. The expectation is that all drafts will be completed. The stories will be done beginning, middle, and end, and ready for revision lessons starting tomorrow. You have the next 20 to 30 minutes to follow those steps. All right, happy writing.